Welcome everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. My name is Janelle and we're going to continue with our yoga for strengthening exercises. So today we're going to be doing upper body strength, and with that definitely comes a bit of core work. So last video we fired up our core, and today we're going to be really focusing on more of the upper body. So just to get started, we'll kind of stretch out the arms and shoulders, get ourselves ready. So let's bring our arms down to our sides, palms facing up, and then nice big inhale and extend the arms up to the ceiling. And then exhale, float the fingertips down at your sides. So notice what's happening in the shoulders here, inhaling them up, and then exhaling them down, just connecting with our breath. Inhaling up and exhaling down. A couple more. Inhaling up and exhaling down. Again, taking your time. There's no rush here. And exhaling down. Perfect. And then let's take our right arm across our body. Just take a nice deep breath in. And exhale, gently pull your right arm across. So you feel that nice stretch in your shoulder. Another big breath. And release it down. We'll take the left arm across the body. Again, inhale. And exhale, gently pull it across. One more breath. And exhale. Perfect. Release it down, and then just taking the fingertips up to the shoulders, and let's roll our elbows in nice big circles. Inhaling the elbows up, exhaling them down, and moving as slow as you need to go. Perfect, and then moving it the other way. Just kind of getting out all those little kinks and snap, crackles, and pops. Perfect, and releasing the hands down. We'll move on to our hands and knees, tabletop pose. Perfect. And from here, we're just going to just do a fluid motion, kind of our chaturanga to child's pose. So having our hands, fingers nice and widely spread, kind of pushing into our knuckles, so the weight's in our knuckles and not our wrists. And then elbows kind of coming back behind us as we're going to lower down. And knees are directly under the hips, hip distance apart. And let's take a nice deep inhale here. Exhale, bend those elbows back towards your body using your upper body strength, coming down and all the way onto your belly. Inhale, lifting up to a baby cobra. Exhaling down. And then pushing to our child's pose, hips back to heels. And exhale, lowering the forehead down to the mat. Inhale, coming forward to tabletop. Exhale, lowering down chaturanga to our bellies. Inhale, maybe pushing it through up to cobra. And then exhale, pushing it back to child's pose. Inhaling up to tabletop, so moving with your breath, connecting with our breath here. Exhaling down, chaturanga. Inhaling up to cobra, and exhaling back to downward dog, or child's pose. One more. Inhaling to tabletop, exhaling down, chaturanga. Inhaling up to cobra, and exhaling back to child's pose. Perfect. Take a breath or two here in child's pose, giving a rest for the wrists, and breathing into the shoulders. Feeling the belly expand between your thighs on the inhale. Then exhale, melting the shoulders down. Perfect. Coming back up to tabletop pose. And we're going to come into a side plank. So we can do a modified version here. And to do that, we're going to take our left foot out to the side and then straightening the right leg. So we're coming onto a side plane here. And then to inhale, we're going to lift the right arm up into the air. So engaging our core here, we're tucking the pelvis under, staying in one nice straight line. And then to incorporate more of our upper body strength, we're going to take that left foot and bring it to the right. So now you can stay in the modified pose or join me in full side plank. Keep breathing. Exhale, we'll release the hands down, knees down, and let's walk the hands out to the front for puppy dog pose. Taking a nice deep inhale here. Exhale, lowering the chest down towards the floor. So knees are directly under hips. And again, we're just breathing in a different way into the shoulders. Perfect. Coming back up, and we'll do side plank on the other side. So taking the right foot out to the right side, and then left leg out straight. And I'll move up a little on my mat. And then reaching the left arm up towards the sky. And then engaging the core here, tuck your pelvis under. We're in our side plank pose, modified version. And then to add a little more upper body strength, again, one of that hand under the shoulder. We're going to take our right foot, match it to the left, full side plank pose. Couple breaths. Exhale, release the hand down, knees down, and again, puppy dog pose. Walk the hands out in front, big inhale, and exhale, lowering your chest down towards the floor. One more big breath here. Perfect, and inhale, we'll come back up, coming back into tabletop pose. So now we're going to move into dolphin pose. So coming down onto the forearms. So elbows directly under shoulders. And we're going to curl our back toes under and then lifting the hips up and back in space. So lifting the knees up, sending the hips up and back. We're pressing into our forearms. Keep breathing here. And then to strengthen our arms, we're going to try to inhale and press all the way up into our downward dog. So let's go ahead and inhale, press into the forearms, exhale, downward dog. Inhale again, and exhale, down to dolphin. Now this might be difficult. You might have one more dominant arm pushing off more than the other, and that's just going to take practice. So let's try it again. Inhale, press into the arms. Exhale, sending it back. Inhaling again. And exhale, lowering down to dolphin. Whew. Awesome job. Let's try it one more time. Inhale, pressing to the forearms, sending the hips back, downward dog. Inhale here. And exhale, lowering back to dolphin. Awesome. Lower the knees down. And again, let's take a child's pose. Let's bring our arms down at our sides, fingers at our feet, and just really take that stress off of our upper body and wrists. So just take this moment here to notice how the body's feeling, to catch your breath. Maybe slow down your breath, slow down the heart rate a little. Perfect, and then we're going to come back up and we're going to work on our crow pose. So if you watched the last video, just kind of like we did on the last video, but if you're familiar with crow pose and want to come to full crow pose, we will try that today. So also, if you have a block or a book close by, you might want to use it and just kind of place it at the top of the mat in the middle. So then hands, fingers widely spread, firmly planted into the mat. We're going to lift the knees and come up into our downward dog to start. So nice big inhale, exhaling, back into our downward dog. Perfect, and then walk our feet up in towards our hands and coming into just a really loose squat here. All right, so then again, lifting the hips up, we're engaging our core here. We're gonna toe tap our knees to our elbows. So inhale, tap the right knee over the right elbow. Exhale it down. And then left knee on top of left elbow. And exhale it down. So you can continue to do that. Or if you're familiar with crow or would like to try it, we're going to bring our right knee over our right elbow and left knee over our left elbow and lift our feet up off the floor. Now the block is here in case you fall forward. Your forehead has something to rest on. Keep breathing. One more. Exhale, lower it down, great job. And let's just come into our yogic squat. It's kind of a perfect area to come into our squat. So pressing the elbows in towards our knees, just gently. Palms coming together. Inhale, lifting the spine. So just working on a hip opener here. Let's taking a break off of our wrists. One more breath. Perfect. We'll lower down onto our seat. Extend the legs out in front. We can move our block if there was one. Perfect. And then we're going to do a reverse tabletop pose. So just taking the hands behind us, fingers pointed towards our feet, and feet about hip distance apart here, knees bent. So then on the inhale, we're going to lift our hips up off the floor into our reverse table, pressing out of the hands, breathing into the shoulders. One more breath. And exhale, releasing it down. Perfect. Let's just come onto our seat. And we'll just take a moment, we'll roll our wrists. And then rolling them the other way. Perfect. And then maybe taking your right arm out in front of you and just gently bending the fingers back, getting a stretch through the forearm. Perfect. Other side. Perfect. And then taking the right hand, flopping the fingertips down, and then just gently pressing into the wrist and top of the forearm. Perfect, and other side. Flop those fingers down, gently press, and a nice deep breath. I don't know if you heard that, Sophie just did a big deep breath with us. And then just again to stretch out the arms and shoulders, let's take our arms out to the sides. Walk our right fingertips out to the side, gently dropping the right elbow down just a little. Inhale, reaching over. And exhale. So extending through the side body. Not collapsing here at all. We're staying nice and open in the chest. One more breath. And exhale, releasing it down. Take it over to the other side. Walk the left fingertips out. Gently drop the left elbow down. Inhale, reach the right arm up and over. And breathing into the left side body. One more breath. And exhale, releasing it down. And let's just do some neck stretches. So gently drop your chin down to your chest. Inhale, rolling the chin nice and slow. Up to the sky. And exhale, bringing it down the other side. Again, inhaling it up. And exhaling it down. And rolling the other way. Inhaling up. And exhaling down. And exhaling down. Perfect. Let's bring the head back up to center. And we'll just take the right ear down to the right shoulder. Gently pressing the right hand on top of your head. Not applying any pressure here, just letting gravity do its thing, feeling this nice stretch through the left side of the neck. Excellent. Release. We'll take the left ear down to the left shoulder, gently placing the left hand on top of the head. Maybe about 2 breaths here. Awesome. Release, bringing your head back up to center. And then let's just take our palms to our heart center and bow our head down to our hands, closing our practice today. Just bringing all of this energy inward. I want to thank you all so much for practicing with me today. I hope you enjoyed this practice and can practice some of these moves to work on upper body strength. I will see you next time. With love and light, namaste.